Good afternoon, everyone. We have Ashley and Patrick with us from Thailand, Remix Thailand. Like Ashley is from Remix Thailand, and Patrick is with us from Embassy Group. So today we are exploring a new market, Thailand, which is a market I believe everyone has visited Thailand once in their lifetime. So this is a market which is nearby to us, and this is a location which is like we can say it is one of the best place to visit, which is one of the best place to as a tourist, right? So Patrick and Ashley, you're most welcome to the team. Please, over to you. We can start the session.
Excellent. So I'll start. Thank you, Amit. I will start by introducing Patrick, who I have known personally for many, many years. Patrick has been in Thailand for 20 years already. He's from Ireland originally and has been with Matrix developers for the last 14. Matrix developers themselves have executed more than 15 projects. I think they built over
14 projects
14
and
projects?
Embassy number 15.
Yeah, Embassy is number 15. And how many units so far?
In Embassy sold?
No.
In total, it's around 5,000 apartments in total across the city. Across the city, yes.
Yeah, so
It's a good
basically-
number.
yeah, Matrix are one of the biggest developers in Pattaya region, and their latest project is Embassy. They have just delivered and completed Empire, which is a skyscraper around here at Jomtien. So Embassy is the latest. So without further ado, let me ask Patrick. The first
Yeah,
question.
I just want to say, first of all, thanks for everyone for having me. I've been dealing with many Indians for many years. I spent like 3 months in India, traveling around India and everything like that. So the beautiful country, very unique, very different. But the hospitality from the Indian people is nothing I've ever experienced in my life. It was unbelievable. I can say, been to many countries, and I can tell you, yeah, hospitality from Indian people is the best in the world. That's by far. So yeah, as Ashley says, I'm here 20 years working with the Empire Group or Matrix for the last 14 years. And as Amit says, Thailand is paradise. It's one of the best countries in the world to live in. Very easy, very diversified, and it's easy lifestyle that we have here in Thailand. That's why I'm here 20 years.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this leads me to my first question, though you kind of slipped into it already.
Okay.
Why do people buy properties in Thailand?
Okay, why do people buy property in Thailand? Look, Thailand is one of the most tourist destinations in Southeast Asia. The property here, if you compare the property market to Europe or America or Australia or anything like that, Thailand is one of the best value for prices here at the moment. You won't get anything better for value in Thailand. That's why it's a luxury for a lot of people to come here, to come on holidays. They fall in love with Thailand. I call it the Thailand bug, because once you come here, you will always come back a second, third, fourth, fifth time. And when people see the prices, they're quite shocked. They said, "Really? How can it be this price?" I mean, when you compare it to Europe and everything like that, it's incredible value. And again, as I say, you're in paradise compared to Europe or anything like that. So yeah, that's why Thailand is one of the best places in the world, in my opinion, to buy property.
Right, which leads me to the next question. What drives people to buy property in Pattaya? Pattaya specifically.
Pattaya specifically is because Pattaya is only 1.5 hours, 2 hours from Bangkok, and it's easy access. And Pattaya is like an up and coming area where the government itself have invested millions of dollars to the infrastructure, the roads, and everything like that. And if anyone doesn't know what's happening in Pattaya, there's many major changes going on at the moment. Of course I can. Yeah. For example, you have Utapao Airport, which is only like a 45-minute drive from Pattaya City. You also have the main airport, Suvarnabhumi, which is only an hour and a half, say, give or take. However, the government at the moment, they're building a high-speed train, which from Suvarnabhumi will bring you directly into Pattaya, which will take you about 30 to 40 minutes to come from the airport. The main station will stop off in Pattaya, and then it'll go on to Utapao Airport. That's one part. Now, there's many talks at the moment. I'm speaking to a politician, and he's confirmed that the casinos will be coming in. It's only a matter of time. I know it's been going on for years and years, but there's a lot of things now pretty much being passed through the parliament. And if that comes in, listen, we will take all the people from Macau, which is in China, where they have a lot of, they do a lot of casinos there, gambling. I believe it will take all the clientele, come to Pattaya, because here you have the beaches, you've got the good food, you've got the good weather, and plus, it's not expensive here. Cost of living here is very cheap.
Macau is very expensive.
Exactly. So, with all the infrastructure, with everything going on at the moment, it's only going to increase the value of everyone's investment. That's happening. It's already happening. I can tell you now, the prices are going up and up and up and up, which is good for investors. So now is the time to get in before the price per square meter will increase in value dramatically in the next 2 to 3 years. You'll see it in the next 2 to 3 years, and a dramatic increase. The Pattaya will head towards the Bangkok prices in the next 2 to 3 years.
We have already seen it. I mean, compared with your earlier projects where you were selling for around 50,000 baht
Per square meter. Now
and
it's
now it's 100,000.
it's double that.
It's pretty much double in the last few years.
What we try to do as a company, we try to keep the prices within mid-range to make it affordable for the middle class guy and above, of course, you know. So that's our target. Now, a lot of developers around the city, you will see the starting prices 150 to 200,000 baht per square meter, which is around 4,000 or 5,000 US dollars. Excuse me, I don't know what it is in rupees, so excuse me on that.
It's quite simple. You take the Thai baht, you double it, that pretty much gives you the value.
Okay,
It's
okay.
2.31.
Okay, good. Okay, you learn something new every day. Thank you.
Yes.
So there is a problem with one of the host audio.
One of the-
Yeah, Ashley,
Thank-
you are a little bit slow on
Am I
that.
soft?
Yeah,
am I-
you are
Is it
perfect.
clear now?
Yeah,
Is it
it's
clear now?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move closer.
I'm
to
clear
the
also, yeah?
Yes,
Patrick,
You're
Patrick,
loud and clear.
you are clear.
Perfect.
All right. So what drives people to buy Matrix Developments properties?
Good question. We're in
Before that, can we address this foreign investment policies with the Thailand government?
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute because I'm sure Ashley has it in the questionnaires, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay, good man. Thanks. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question is, what drives people to buy Matrix Developments properties? in
Okay, very
India?
good question, by the way. Okay, why do people buy from Matrix? Number one, we're an established company. Company's been in Pattaya since 2005, so just under 20 years, just under 20 years, yeah. But we have, as I said, we have like 14 completed projects to date, from 3 high rises to low rise to resort style. I myself, as I said, been here 14 years. Our main goal, our main focus is the clientele. We build a relationship. We build up a bond with the clients. They invest their money with us. We invest our time back to them to get their return on their investment and everything like that. So, us as a company, as you know, Ashley, we're like a family. You know, because we take care of everybody. If there's any issues, we tackle them head on, and this is what people like. They see we're stable, we're strong in the market, and they know when they come with us, they know what they're getting, which is very important. And like whatever we do in the market, other developers intend to copy us. Projects, the 14 projects are pretty much all sold out. bar, okay, Empire, which only completed in December, which I've only got about 18 units left. But remember, we built Empire during the height of COVID.
Yes.
We finished on time.
And totally, how many units in
It was
Empire?
442 units in total
In a
in
23-story building.
in a 23-story building high rise based in Jomtien, yes. So, but when my investors ring me up, they said, Patrick, what's the completion date for Empire? Because of course we had the lockdowns and everything. I said to him, what's on your contract? He says, December 23. I says, that's the date it'll be finished. And he says to me, are you sure? Because other developers around the city extended it by 1 year or 2 years for the completion date. Not us. As we focus on the clientele, as I say, and our main goal is make sure the customer is happy and finish on time, which is the key. I didn't want to use COVID or anything as an excuse. And that's why people are happy, because they know we fight tooth and nail for the client. This is what we do as a company.
Excellent. Excellent. So you all have, when you talked about the size, 14 projects you all did, you didn't talk about the size. Can you give us
Okay.
an idea of that?
Yeah. Okay. I'll be honest. Our average size at the moment is around 32 to 35 square meters, one bedroom. Okay. It's what people want at this moment in time. It's ideal size for a holiday home. It's ideal if they want to rent it out and stuff like that, and the prices, of course, the prices are very, very, very good. So yeah, they're the one bedrooms. Of course, we have the two bedrooms, which are on average between 66 square meters to 70 square meters. That's kind of the average overall on all of our projects, pretty much. Just to let you know, our company is responsible for the 35 square meter units. When I first joined, developers were building like 45 square meters. We came along, then we did 35 square meters, and everyone says, you'll never sell. Of course, we sold out many projects, and other developers then follow suit, copy
Yeah,
us.
today the 35 square meters pretty much the standard.
Standard practice now all around the
Yes.
patio. Yes,
Absolutely.
that's what.
And Mickey, the owner, was talking to me about moving to a 50 square meter.
Yes. Okay. About the new project.
Yes.
Our new project, of course, after we finished Empire, the CEO, Mickey Heim, he goes to me, Patrick, what kind of project do we need to do? So I says to him, listen, we need a project that the market needs, but it doesn't have it yet. He says, what do you mean? At the moment, if anyone comes to Pattaya, you'll notice many high rises being built. So I said to him, we need to go in a different direction. If we build any high rise, we're in competition with other developers, which we don't need. I said, we have an opportunity here to grab the market, a different type of market, because we're not in competition with the high rises. Not everyone wants high rises. So I said to him, you do low rise, 8-story buildings, but very, very luxury, 5-star project, I said. However, we do 33 to 35 square meter, one bedroom, maybe around 50% of the project. And he says, but then I said to him, I want you to make 50 plus square meter units. And the beauty about this, he says, okay, but will you be able to sell it like 4, 5, 6 million baht? And I said, sure, of course, if we're selling Empire at 32 square meters, we can sell the 51 square meters for almost the same price. And but the beauty about this embassy, the beauty about this project is we give people options. Okay, we try to facilitate for everybody. We have as I said to you, we have a good access point, 33 square meters if they want. Then if they come in, they can buy a 51 square meter unit. Now, the beauty about this is I give you an option. I'll say to the client, you want to have it as a one bedroom or a two bedroom? They look at me, what do you mean? Says, I can make it into a one bedroom or two bedroom and the price stays the same. He goes, really? I goes, yes. So a lot of them buy the 51 square meter two bedroom for investment, or if they have kids, for living and stuff like that. Now, if the client says, Patrick, I need a bigger two bedroom, no problem. I will give you either a 66 to a 68 square meters. Perfect. Beautiful layout and everything like that. Fully furnished. All units fully furnished. But Patrick, I need something much bigger. No problem. I have 102 to 105 square meter bedroom, which is very, very big, as you know. The beauty about this as well, I give people another option. You can have it as a two bedroom or even a three bedroom. The price is still the same as the price of a 2-bedroom. That's why in Embassy we have sold over 65% of the project, which has only 470 units, sold over 300 units in less than 7 months.
Wow. So the
So,
project is
Patrick,
not off the ground yet, right? It's
This
still off.
project is not. Look, my showroom is under construction. It's not even ready yet. I've just, as you know, I just released the brochures there in the last couple of months, and I just got the models and everything ready in the last few months. You know what I mean? So when I said to you earlier on, we put a project into the market that people wanted, and people took it straight away. You know what I mean? It was phenomenal. And people know who we are. They trust us. They know what they're going to get because we're, as I say, we're almost 20 years in the market here in Pattaya. People trust us. And this is the key to business. Any business, it's about trust. So we've built up that trust with all our clienteles over the years, and they know exactly what they're going to get.
Right. So you
so
have a project.
I have a question, Ashley. Yeah. So,
Yes,
like
Amit.
Patrick, you have mentioned that like you have a 51 square meter of size, and you can build 1 BHK and 2 BHK both in that same size, right? So this is a choice of the customer. What exactly layout he want that, correct?
Exactly, correct. If he wants that 1-bedroom or the 2-bedroom, it's up to him. They can
Okay.
decide. Now,
So we
usually how I do it, if I have a couple, for example, they want for living, I will say to them, listen, guys, take the 51 square meters because you have that 1-bedroom, because you have that extra space and everything like that. Now, if they have kids and they have a certain budget only, then I'll say to them, take the 2-bedroom then as well, because it will fit into their criteria of the budget.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
I have a question here. Like we are talking about 51 meters, which is close to 550 square feet.
Correct.
And technically, if you 550 square feet is a studio apartment, which we have usually seen. So how we are talking about a 2 BHK in 550 square feet? Which is
I believe
51.
it's a carpet area we are talking about, right?
Even the carpet area also, whether you look at the Dubai studio starts from around
Okay.
600.
Okay. Look, we have studios there around, say, in my previous project, around 23 square meters, which is around 230 square foot, give or take. Yeah. If you've seen our projects, our units, we have a square type units, which we use up all the space very, very effectively, where you don't feel cramped or anything like that, and we maximize out the space as much as possible. You know.
They use every square inch.
What I will do also for everybody, I will send Ashley, obviously, all our marketing material and everything, and you will understand clearer what the units will look like and everything like that, okay, in the brochures.
Sure.
Okay.
I think Matrix, which makes the units look way larger than they actually are. But you will not feel cramped.
51 square meters is a very, very good size here. Believe me, it's very good, very, very comfortable size to move around and everything. Like you're not cramped or anything like that. You've much space.
Okay, so can you tell us a little about the embassy and the concept?
Okay, the concept, as I said, Joe, we take the concept from Chanel style. The building itself will be black and white. Okay, it'll be all high tech. So, for example, when you come into the security, it will automatically scan your number plates of the car, and it will automatically go straight in. If you're walking in through the gates, it will do a face recognition. Okay, so when you come into the lobby itself is like 170 square meters big, so around 1,700 square foot. It'll be like a 5-star hotel. Okay, because when you walk into the lobby, you will see a two-floor waterfall. Beside the waterfall, we will have a beautiful black and white grand piano, a bit like Dubai style, where we will have someone come in maybe once a month to play nice melodies and everything like that. The facilities, we have over 1,000 square meters of indoor facilities, which include indoor swimming pool, first of its kind in Pattaya. There's no developer in Pattaya that do any indoor facility or indoor swimming pool. Beside the swimming pool, which will be underneath the lobby, by the way, yeah, all the facilities will be underneath the lobby. So you have a nice spiral staircase that will take you down. Beside the indoor pool, we have a an high-tech interactive fitness gym. Over 100 square meters gym with all the proper equipment and everything like that. Also, we will have special machines there, like a treadmill and bike machines, where you'll have an application and you can race or run anywhere in the world against anybody online. So it's just to kind of give people motivation to do the exercise and everything and the whole lot. If there's family members, we have for the teenagers, we have a digital playground, we call it. It's a virtual reality room, like a VR. So we'll have a few VR headsets inside the room. So let the teenagers play away for a few hours. If they have younger kids, we have a playground, indoor and an outdoor playground for the younger kids, like a creche, to run in and out around like that. And of course, then for the parents and stuff like that, we have a beautiful health and spa. We'll have a reception, we'll have a massage, we'll have a sauna, jacuzzi, and a Japanese style onsen. Are you familiar with the onsen? So we like hot and cold and everything like that. So the facilities will be like a 5-star hotel, but for the residents. Not finished there. If I bring you on, and then in building A, which people will see later on the rooftop, we'll have a beautiful rooftop garden that will look out over onto Jomtien Beach. And we have something very unique also. We will have a cinema screen on the rooftop, which will include 6 jacuzzis, a little mini bar, so people can come up in the afternoon, sit down, sit in the jacuzzi, either watch the sunset or watch a movie that we have put on that day or that evening. So now, also, of course, we have a beautiful outdoor swimming pool as well, which will be about 18 meters by 11 meters, which will it's quite big. Also, we have a French style garden as well, and in the center of the project, we will have a nice water fountain, which will include 3 dancing ballerinas, which will be kind of unique. And in the swimming pool, you will see a shape of a piano that will sit in the swimming pool, which will be actually a jacuzzi. Again, something different, very unique. No other developer has done anything like this. Okay, and yeah, and the thing about this project is it's an environment to make you feel relaxed. You won't want to leave this environment, because on the second floor, if anybody works from home, digital nomads or whatever you call them, we have a co-working area, office workspace. We provide office workspace for them with high-speed internet and everything like that. And plus, if they need to do a Zoom meeting or anything like that, we have private rooms where we'll have a TV and they can do their Zoom meeting. That's only for the residents. Also, beside that, beside the co-working area, we will have a beautiful lounge bar where people can sit down and have a beer or a cocktail or whatever. If they don't even have to drink, you sit in there and relax and take it in the whole lot. So, and we'll have a few terraces looking out over onto the garden and everything. As I say, it's like it'll be like a 5-star hotel, to tell you the truth. Now, the beauty about this project, there's not so many units. What I mean is there's only like 470 units, give or take. And this is very, very good for investors, because number one, it's easy to rent out. And number two, then the value of the project will remain high, because if you have a project of around 2,000 units, you know yourself, it'll be hard to get your ROI. You'll get it, but it'll be low. And if you want to resell it later on, you're competing against 2,000 apartments. As here in the embassy, it's like only 400 plus units, high value people, you know what I mean? It'll be well maintained and everything like that. And the location is very, very good location. Only like maybe 300-400 meters from the beach on Jomtien Second Road. Okay, so that's why it's.
Is it possible to show them like a
I,
very quick?
I,
Okay, we can send this later.
I can.
in the-
Okay, what I will do later on, guys. I will send you the videos and everything like that of the embassy. So what I speak now, when you watch the video, it'll actually make sense to you.
Sure. Please share.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, great. So let's move to the next
Sure.
question about your market.
Yeah.
What are the kind of people buying from your projects? For example, are they, segment-wise?
Okay, I understand the question. It can vary sometimes. Okay, at the moment, the strong market for us is the Russians. of course, whatever is going on in Russia, they come here because they cannot buy anything in Europe. Previously, we had the Chinese. Before that, it was the Russians again before the ruble crashed. And of course, we've had the Indians as well at some points. But it's been fairly before COVID, we had many Indians coming to us. But after COVID, everything kind of changed a little bit, which is understandable. So this is why I'm talking to you today, talking to all these wonderful people here in India to wake up the market again, and let's put a spark back into the market and let's rejuvenate it. So it's a mixture between Europeans, of course, Russians, Australians. We're like a United Nations. We accept everyone. We have not a lot of nationalities, and of course the Thais. Of course, we have the big Thai market as well. We're in Thailand, so we sell to the Thais as well. But at the moment, this moment in time, I can tell you now, it's the Russians that are buying up everything. And they're the ones that are actually stimulating the market, increasing the prices and even the rental prices as well, which is good for it's fantastic. I just want to give you an example. My client, he bought an Empire. I sold to him about 2 years ago. He says to me, Patrick, how much for rent for the 1 bedroom, the 32 square meters? For me, I'm very conservative. I tell him around 15,000 baht per month. He says, I'm good with that. So I met him, funny enough, I met him only about 2 weeks ago. He's running, Patrick, come here. He says to me, you told me I'd get 15,000 for my unit. And I says, yeah, that's what you should get. I thought he was upset with me. Big smile, then he comes, I'm getting 25. So I was getting 25,000 baht for 1 year. And he was hugging me, kissing me and everything. So I wanted to check it out. Maybe it was a one-off. So I asked many clients in the Empire, for example, how much rent are you getting? They're all extremely happy. Patrick, 30,000, 25, 22. I goes, really? He goes, yes, thank you so much. And they're kissing me and buying me gifts and everything and the whole lot. So this is what we do. We invest our time also into the clients to make sure we get them the best deal possible so they're happy. Now, I'll be honest, we don't offer rental guarantee. Before we did, but people prefer to have a cheaper price and get a better return on their investment. And that works out much better because if you had rental guarantee, you'd be actually getting a lot less than you would today in today's market. You know what I mean? So we'll provide the management for them to help them to rent out their condos, and you'll get a good rate, believe me. That's what we do, okay?
Okay. What are the reasons that people buy in the Empire, for instance? What's driving them?
Of course, location.
Motivation.
Location is a key factor because where the Empire is located, it's on the main road, and it's only like 400 or 500 meters from Jomtien Beach. Easy access. You have 2 different accessible points, so people see that as a good investment opportunity. You understand? Okay, where it's built around the area is like you have many 7-Elevens, many fresh markets, fruit markets, meat markets, bars. There's everything on your doorstep, and people realize this. And plus, again, I'll emphasize there's not so many units. There's only 400 plus units, which is kind of a key factor as well for investors to come in, because the rent market will maintain nice high level, like, you know. So yeah, it's about location, and of course, most important, the price. Price was good. Yeah, price is very good. Yes. So
Patrick, I have a small question on the ROI part, right? Like you mentioned that the rental was 25,000 baht, right? 25 to 30,000 baht, depending on the plan. So what was the selling price when you sell that property? So what was the cost of that property at that moment, and what rental like we are getting it? So what is the ROI approximately?
Okay, good question. On average, it would have been around 3.5 million in total. Like some units might be in like 2.79, 2.89, and everything like that.
So
you know,
we can say 3 million, right? 3 million baht.
Correct. Yeah. On average, if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
So the ROI would be about 10% at that rate, at
Correct.
25,000 baht a month.
Hmm.
But to be on the safe side, like Patrick said, he was offering 6%.
I tell you the truth, before we offered 6% for 3 years, but no one took it. No one took it because they believe themselves that they could get better value. That's what I believe. Plus, they didn't want to pay the higher the higher rate. But listen, of course, you pay a higher rate when it's rental guarantee. You know what I mean? So they prefer to get a better price and then give us the unit, and we'll do the management and rent it out for them. That's what we do.
So, in your experience, Patrick, do people buy for lifestyle or investment?
Bit of both. Bit of both. I would say majority of them would be around 70% for investment. The other 30% then for living or like a holiday home. Because a lot of people from India, for example, it's not too far to travel to Thailand. 2 or 3 hours, give or take. Depends where you are. And people like to have a holiday home where they have a base and everything like that. So yeah, that'd be about 30%. Thai people, especially because they're in Bangkok, they'll buy it as a holiday home, come down at the weekends, get away from the hustle and bustle, and come down for a bit of tranquility down in Pattaya and get good seafood.
Yes. Well, that brings me to the kind of destination Pattaya has become. Do you think that COVID has changed that?
Of course, look, COVID did have a big effect, had a big effect worldwide, let's be honest. But before COVID, Pattaya is one of the most tourist destinations in all of Southeast Asia. It's one of the main destinations people will come. You know what I mean? Because, okay, you have Phuket, you have Samui, but remember, when you fly into Bangkok, people don't want to take another flight down to Phuket or Samui. Let's go to Pattaya. It's only an hour and a half away. It's much better. There's a lot of places, things to do in Pattaya. There's a lot of listen, here in Pattaya, you get the yacht racing going on here, the speedboat racing, like the World Cup of speedboat racing, whatever they have. They have volleyball competitions. They have major golf courses here as well. So we cater for everybody. People that love golf will come here. People love a bit of activities, hiking, whatever. Everything is here in Pattaya. It's a one-stop shop, in my opinion, for in Pattaya. You have everything. So, and shopping for the ladies, the whole lot. So there's a bit of everything for the women and a bit of everything for the men. So that's why people come here. Like,
That's what I was hinting at, Patrick. Do you think that in the past, Pattaya was well known to be, male destination? Has that changed?
yes, it has, of course. Look, let's be honest. Let's go back 10 years. 10 years. Let's talk 10 years. You wouldn't see many couples coming here. It was like a single man's paradise, to be honest. But that's changed over the course of time, where you have a lot more families. It's a lot more family orientated now, with better infrastructure and everything like that. More things to do for the kids, for the families, and everything like that. Because they've many water. If 10 years ago there was no water parks or anything like that, now they've the two biggest water parks in all of Thailand. You know what I mean? I think it's called the Katnu Network and Sayama or something like that. And they're building a lot more golf courses and everything like that. So they're catering to everybody here. Like, even they have major golf competitions that'll be live on the sports channels and everything like that. Like, so there's been a lot of advertising done for Pattaya over the last 4 or 5 years, because the government, they're trying to improve it, make it much better. And to be fair to them, I have to give them credit. They're doing a good job, doing a very good job. If you compare it to what it was 10 years ago when I was here, like,
Absolutely. In fact, 10 years ago, the Thais used to go to a place called Hua Hin.
Hua Hin, correct.
And now they've forgotten about Hua Hin.
Hua Hin has left itself go, and they see Pattaya as, wow, this is Pattaya, amazing.
And I think a lot of it is down to infrastructure from the government side, right?
Yes, the infrastructure. They fixed many things here. Before, there was a big flooding problem. They fixed all of that. They dug up all the roads, put in proper piping and everything like that. And even now, they're doing the electrical, putting it underground. I know Thailand is famous for all its cables and everything. A bit similar to India, really. You walk down Mumbai or anything like that. So they're clear. They're cleaning everything up. The beach is even bigger, so it's even much nicer to walk along Jomtien Beach, where it's not just water coming up, it's just a nice, beautiful stretch of sand, exactly. And a bit like India, you have food stalls everywhere. You know what I mean? You can get street foods, there's restaurants everywhere, there's restaurants in every street corner, and good seafood here.
what is the price point that your customers are comfortable to purchase at?
At the moment, we see what we're selling at the moment. I'll speak about Embassy because that's what our main selling point now at the moment. Excuse me, is around 3 to 6 million baht. 3 to 6 million baht, depending on the size of the units and everything like that.
So that's about 70 lakhs to a crore. 70 lakhs to a crore is his price point for the Embassy, the new project.
Right.
And the beauty about it is we don't ask for people for the full amount up front. Because the project Embassy will be complete. We'll start construction in the first quarter of next year.
And when will it be complete?
It'll be completed by December 2027. So
2 years.
3.5 years from now. Around 3 years from now, give or take. Yeah. The payment plan, what we do is we work with the client. Okay. Of course, if they want to make a booking, we will ask them for 50,000 baht booking fee.
Only
per unit.
50,000? That's
Only
like a little over a lakh of rupees
Just
as a booking.
as a booking or a deposit, whatever way you want to call it. Then we will do up a contract. The contract, then we will ask them to put down a contract payment will be 25% of the contract payments. Okay. If they do, okay, and then if it's in company name, which I'll explain to you in a minute, we'll do 25% installments over the 40 months. So what I mean is installments, that 25% you don't pay me in one go. You can pay me over a period of time until the project is complete. Now, you can pay me monthly, you can pay me every 3 months or every 6 months. We work with the client financially because everyone is different financially. So we try to, I'll ask the client, how do you want to pay? What's good for you? Now, what's good for me? What's good for you? Okay. And then when the project is complete, we will call you over, come and inspect the room. Once the room is, you've inspected the room and you're happy with everything, we'll ask you to pay the 50% then, your final payment. That's what we will do. Yes. Now, I want to explain something before because I did mention.
Yes. So that is my next question.
Okay,
How do
okay.
customers want to own the property? What is foreign quota and what is the Thai quota?
Okay, in Thailand you have two ways to buy a condo or a house or a villa, whatever you want. Now, in Thailand, if you wanted to buy a house or a villa, you cannot buy it in your own name. What you can do is you set up a Thai company, which we will help you to set up. Okay, you set up a Thai company. The Thai company is you become the director of this company, and you'll have 49% share, and the 51% then is divided amongst 3 Thai shareholders. Now, this is where people get nervous. Oh, the 51% is divided, the 3 Thai shareholders. Correct, but the director holds the biggest shareholder. He's the 49%. He's the biggest shareholder. Now, myself personally, anytime I buy a condo in Thailand, I only buy in company name. I'll explain why. There's reasons. But I want to explain about the 51%. The 51% is divided amongst 3 Thai people, which we will take care of. The client doesn't have to know about it. And if the client feels a bit nervous, no problem. What we do, we get the shareholders to sign a power of attorney stating clearly that the director has full power of the condo. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, it's still 100% yours. It's not leasehold or anything. It's still 100% freehold. Now, in foreign quota, okay, you buy the condo, you get the condo, you get the title deed in your own name. No problem. All good. Now, the pros and the name you buy it in your own name. You get the title deed in your own name. However, when you're making payments, you have to send the money in your currency.
So there was a technical snag. I suppose you need to repeat it. We were not able to hear you out.
From which part, Sumit?
So last 5 seconds.
Yeah, last 5-7 seconds.
Got it. So
Probably from the place where you were talking about 3 Thai nationals.
Okay. In the company, it's 49-51%. Yeah, the 49% will be the director. It'll be you, for example. The 51% then is divided amongst 3 Thai shareholders. This is common practice. Okay, in any company, no matter what in Thailand. However, if people are feeling a little bit nervous, but what happens if the shareholders get together and put them as one? No problem. We will get the shareholders to do a power of attorney. where they state clearly that the director has full control of the company, not the shareholders. Okay, then it's 100%. It's still 100% your name. Okay, but you're the director of the company, and it's 100. It's freehold, not leasehold. Okay, it belongs to you forever. Now, I want to explain the pros and the cons of the foreign and the Thai quota. Which is better? Which would I go for? Okay, in foreign quota, when you buy in foreign quota, you get the title deed, it'll be put into your name. Okay, easy. However, when you buy in foreign quota, when you're sending the money, you have to send the money in your currency from your bank account directly to Thailand, which will be to our account. Then it gets changed from the currency into your currency into Thai baht. It's called, the reason you need to do this, because you will get from the bank an FET, a foreign exchange transaction. It's like a paper trail. And without this FET, you cannot transfer your condo, okay? Because the government, the Thai government, is not me, the Thai government will not let you transfer the condo because they don't know where the money has come from. So some people don't like this. Some people, they're okay with it. It's okay. However, if you want to sell the condo later on in foreign name, you only have one group of people to sell it to, and that's the foreigners, okay? And when you have to go and re-register the title deed to resell the unit, it will cost you 6.3% at the land department.
Wow,
that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. This is why I don't buy foreign quota. In the company name, you can pay me by cash. You can send me money by crypto. You don't need to worry about any FET or foreign exchange transactions. No need. No need for that. If you want to resell it, for example, later on, you will, you're selling the company. So what that means, if you have the company and I want to buy it off you, I just take your name out as the director, put my name in, which will cost me little more than 10,000 baht to change everything. Because the title deed will stay the same because you have the name of the company on the back of it. It's just the DBD paper. The DBD paper is the company paper, which will state clearly you're the director, and change it to my name. Now, that's one. Secondly, the foreign prices is always higher than the Thai prices. And people ask me, why is that? Because when we build a project, any project in Pattaya, we're allowed to sell 49% of the project in foreign quota. So what that means is we're given a certain amount of square meterage to sell in that square meters will be deducted until the very end, until we have pretty much zero. After that, then we cannot sell any more foreign quota. Now, if people say to me, Patrick, which is more safer? This is the question I get all the time. Is the foreign quota safer than the Thai quota, or is the Thai quota more safer than the foreign quota? Listen, they're all both safe at the end of the day, but for me, I feel the Thai company more safer. I tell you why, because you're contributing to the Thai economy. Because the only downside to the company is you have to pay tax every year. It's a company tax to balance the books. Okay, so what that means is balance the books. I can set you up with my accountant, no problem. You don't have to see her or anything. She'll just send you an invoice every year. And it's only around $400 a year to balance the books, which is nothing, to be honest with you. Because the gap between the foreign quota and the Thai quota is always around 500,000 to 600,000 baht difference. You know what I mean? So it's a big difference. The payment plan I've given you in the Thai company is much, much easier. It's 25, we said, contract payment, 25% installments, and 50% completion. In the foreign quota, it's 25% contract, 50% installments, and 25% in the end. So the installments is a little bit bigger in the foreign quota. Now, I am going to emphasize, sorry, I know you're eager to get on. In Embassy, as I released the project around 7 or 8 months ago, tell you the truth, all my foreign quota is pretty much all taken up. I have 1 or 2 units left. And I'll be honest with you, I've increased the prices already on the foreign quota. In the Thai name, Thai company, it's still pre-sale prices. I have not increased the prices. on the foreign quote, I've increased it by 30%, to tell you the truth. Because the CEO, Mickey, he goes to me, Patrick, the showroom will be finished, say, October, November. How many units will you sell? I says, around 25 to 30%. This is my forecast before everything. I'm very happy with this. But in a good circumstances, we've sold over 65%. You know what I mean? So we're actually way ahead of schedule than expected, to be honest with you. I knew we'd sell quickly, but I didn't think we'd sell this quickly. Now, not to worry, guys, because early next year, I will have a new project coming out as well. Okay? Okay, so don't ask me what it is or anything yet. We're looking at the land and everything like that. We have the land picked out. So we just have to do the negotiations and everything like that. So we know what we want to do. I'm not going to tell anyone yet. But yeah, once I reach 85 to 90% sold out, which I will in the next 12 months, then we will launch the new project for everyone to see. Yes. Heard it here first.
All right. So, Patrick, I bring you to the next question.
Yeah.
How do your customers finance the
I
property?
have a question, Patrick, here. Instead of getting into so much of complication, when you are selling the project, you sell the shares of the project to the buyer.
You mean in company name, yeah?
Yeah, say suppose you have launched the embassy.
Yeah. Okay. Good question. No, good question. It's very simple, though, man. To be honest, you're selling the whole company as is, including the shareholders, including with the shareholders inside it. Now, if you want to use your own shareholders, you can always remove them at any given time, no problem, and put in your new ones if you want. But my advice, you're better off not to know the shareholders, because where people will have problems. I'll tell you example. They put on their girlfriend's name, for example, in the shareholder. Then the girlfriend will put the mother on, and then they'd put the sister on, for example. Yeah. Then they'd break up. Then the mother, daughter, they can all get together and become one entity. So it'd be one shareholder. You know what I mean? And they can have a conflict.
Yes.
So my advice, strongly advise, I will set the company up for all of my clients. Okay. In Embassy, okay, I have a promotion. I'll give you a promotion. Today, I'll give you a promotion. In Embassy, what I'll do, I set the company up free of charge. I will take care of everything. Also, what I will do, I will pay to balance the books for the next 3 years. What I mean is just to make people feel relaxed and feel comfortable and to understand how the system works. I will pay everything for them so they don't have to worry anything for 3 years. I will also introduce them to my accountant, and she will take care of the invoice. Every year she will send them an invoice just to pay the balance of the books and everything like that. So just kind of make people feel relaxed. This is what I intend to do. Okay.
Does that answer your question, Sumit?
No, it doesn't. See, Patrick, when you're forming a company in any foreign land, you need to also show the nature of business there, and then some transactions as well. You cannot just go for
no.
Can I explain?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, Sumit, in Thailand, the laws are different from India. Over here, it is perfectly legal to just have a holding company with 0 transactions in it, apart from the initial transaction of buying the property. During the year, you will probably only have transactions in terms of rental of that property, if you're renting it out, all right, on which you'll pay a tax. But there, you can also separate that. So
can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Okay, what we do, we call it a non-profitable company. Basically, the company is only there to buy the condo. People ask me, can I do business out of this company? I say yes, but I strongly advise it not to do it. So it's, to answer your question, you don't have to do any transactions or anything through it or anything like that. It's because it's a non-profitable company. So that's why.
Just a holding company.
A holding company with the condo or the house inside it.
And if people were to rent it, what would they do with that?
My advice, no problem, easy. You can do it like personally, like say if you have
a bank account,
into your own bank account. Yeah, you don't need to declare anything or anything like that. In Thailand, you don't pay much taxes or anything like that. I have many people that rent the money to pay direct cash into a bank account. Now, anyone that does buy a condo here, I always recommend them open up a bank account here, because it makes life easier for yourself, especially if you're renting out the room. They can just transfer directly to your bank account, and that's it.
Excellent.
Easy.
Sounds simple.
A private account, yeah.
I know that it's hard for our audience to understand this because in India, you sneeze, it's captured by the government.
I understand. I understand.
System, and your
That will happen anyway, because when he's going to deposit the money in your account, you need to declare it to the government that why the foreign currency.
No, you don't. That's the point Patrick is making.
Not in Thailand.
In Thailand, you don't need to do that.
Thailand is very, very flexible at that, because Thailand, now, the only time they will ask you questions if you're sending a lump sum of money out of Thailand, they will ask you why you're sending the money out. Because the money is circulating in around Thailand, they never ask questions.
That's right. So if you buy in the foreign quota, as Patrick said, you need to keep that certificate. What did you call it?
The FET, the foreign exchange
FET,
transaction, yeah.
To show them that, look, I brought the money in, I'm now taking it out. Apart from that, if you
Thailand, I have to explain, Thailand is very relaxed when it comes to this. Okay, that's as long as you don't make too much noise, everything is okay here.
Absolutely. So,
but we can't take back money to India, right?
You can. Of course you can. If you brought it in from India through official routes, all you need is the FET, the foreign exchange transaction certificate from the bank. So you show them this certificate, and you just.
I just give you an example. I've done many resales in the last couple of years, and for example, the customer would give me, like, for example, 5 million baht. I have to send that overseas to France, so I don't have any problem. I will transfer 1 million baht per day. 1 million baht per day. I can do it on my phone.
I can explain. Patrick.
Yeah.
I have 2 condos in the Prathamic Hills, and I have the bank card, debit card. I can take out to the Indian banks, any HDFC, S Bank or anything. I took the money from there. It's very easy for this.
Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah.
Do you have it, Rajendra?
Huh?
Where do you have it? You said?
Prathamic Hill.
Okay.
Prathamic Hill is Pattaya.
Oh, it's in Pattaya.
And Rajendra, what is the tax
600.
implication when you receive that amount in your account?
Yeah, you can just take out the cash from the any ATM. You just put the card.
Correct.
Yeah,
and take out
I
the
understand.
money.
I understand they take out the money. I just want to understand the tax. Like, this is come under the Income Tax Act. I believe
No,
because
nothing is coming.
Okay,
Because
you're
that bank is
paying-
But
account
through
is in
FET,
Pattaya.
right? You did this transaction through FET only, no?
Yes.
Okay, can I speak?
Transaction between currencies is always registered under FET. Any transaction.
No,
Okay.
but then as per Patrick, he said, no, like
The problem happens when you receive a big chunk of money in India from any of the international country. Taxation is separate, but they try to sniff out how did you get that money. They'll always send you a show cause notice, because that is how. Otherwise, it will be very easy for terrorist funding company to transfer money to someone's account and use it here in India. So they always keep a check on that.
I understand what you're saying. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Is if you send a big lump of money to India, for example, there'd be many questions asked,
Patrick will
correct?
give you the invoice, and you can transfer the online money from India to Thailand account.
Yeah, but you will be given a show cause notice for this.
No. Why show cause notice? You are investing there, no? You are
Are
sending
not
the money
investing.
against the
You're talking about getting
invoice.
the
You
money
are sending it. You are not doing the fraud transaction. You are doing the
I'm
legal
still
transaction.
not clear about the tax part, Rajendra.
no problem, Smita. I believe let's talk to Rajendra ji one-on-one, and we'll sort
Okay,
this.
let me
I'll
explain.
give you
Let
a
me
call.
explain. Let me explain about the tax. If you bought him for a name and you do the resale, you're paying 6.3% tax anyway. It's income tax, stamp duty tax, etc. So you've already paid your tax when you've done the resale. So the cash then will come to me, for example. Then if I have 4 million or 5 million, I won't transfer it all in one hit. I will do it over on a daily basis. Because I talked to the bank about this, because I tell you the truth, I transferred 5 million back in one go before. I got a phone call from the bank. They told me not to do it again. If you're sending money directly overseas, do 1 million baht per time, because there's less questions asked and everything like that. No, the only charge you get is the bank charges. I don't know how much the bank charge. They can vary from every different bank sources. So to be honest with you, it's very, very simple. Now, another idea for you, if you're in India, you have a bank account, you can transfer the money directly to your Thai account here. And if you have the ATM card, you can just withdraw the money in India without sending the money directly to your Indian account. So that's another way around it. You know what I mean? But avoiding.
One more point, Patrick,
Yeah.
I'd like to say is there is a double taxation treaty between India and Thailand. So if you paid the tax of 6.5% here, you can always show that to your accountant
Correct.
in India.
Yes.
And if there is any top up to be done because the Indian taxes are higher, you can do that at your end, but you will not be paying a double tax. You know, the 6.5 that you're
No,
paying percent
of course
you're paying
not.
here is adjusted towards your taxation in India.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear.
So now this brings me to, can we move on from these questions,
Are we-
this point?
Yeah, please.
Okay. How do your customers finance the property? Can you finance the properties locally or internationally?
Okay, it's a good question. Okay, if the project is off plan or under construction or something like that, we can do the finance for them, as I say, over a 3-year period. Okay,
Developer finance.
the developer finance, no interest, no nothing or anything like that. It's just if the price is 4 million, it's 4 million. You pay that. Now, if the project is completed and people need finance, okay, sometimes I might give maybe 6 months, depending on the project. But if people need longer finance, there is institutions. You have MBK, but the thing about MBK, they'll only give you up to 50%. Now, talking to you today, you just informed me today that you're in talks with a bank that where you can get up to 70%, if I'm correct,
That's correct.
and around 4% interest rate, give or take. Is it?
That's correct.
So to get finance, it's easy. You can get the finance.
Yeah. So we just struck an exclusive deal with a bank in Thailand yesterday, where if somebody wants to buy a condominium in Thailand, anywhere in Thailand, they can get up to 70% of the finance for the condo for a period ranging from 5 years to 30 years, like a housing loan. The interest rate is less than 4%. The only criteria is that the salary of the individual buying the condo should be over 5 lakhs a month, 5 lakh Indian rupees a month. So if we are looking at high net worth, well, not even high net worth, anyone with a salary of over 60 lakhs per annum can buy a condo now through this bank in Thailand, which our Remax branch can help with on financing.
Okay.
Okay, it's an exclusive with us.
So
Yeah,
again,
before we go ahead, I have one last question now regarding this company ownership which you were talking about, that 49% will be belonging to you and another 51% would be with another 3 Thais. In case of demise of the purchaser, what happens then?
sorry.
In case the person dies, the demise of
If
the
the
person.
director dies, what happens?
Okay. What I do with all my clients, I strongly advise them if they buy any property here, you make a will or a testament or whatever you call it, a legalized will in Thailand, not in India or any other country, because the laws are different for everyone. So I suggest you make a will and you can pass it on to your next of kin. That's what you can do.
So the directorship would
The
automatically
share goes to the next in kin, right?
Next of kin, they will be the director then, yes.
you can specify this at the time of
Of course,
the
of
asset
course.
entering
Yeah.
the
When you're talking to the lawyer, for example, who's making the will for you, they just say, if anything happens to me, if I die, this company will go directly to my daughter or my son or whoever, like this. So it'll be a legal binding will based in Thailand. So that's what will happen.
So Patrick, now final question: what happens? See, all these things have been done so that we can dodge off that 49% ownership of foreigner, not more than 49% ownership of the foreigners, right?
Correct.
In the condos, right?
Yeah.
Now this is all arrangement has been done for that, so that you can legally prove it. But if the Thai government looks into the matter, they will eventually realize that these are all temporary arrangements which has been made, and it can go illegal sometime then.
No. Listen, the population here is around 200,000 in Pattaya, give or take. In Bangkok, it's around 20 million, give or take. Yeah, the amount of expats living here, yeah, is around 100,000 easily. Many expats have bought condos and villas. They've all bought in company name. You know, you understand? You're contributing to the economy of Thailand when you set up a company because you're paying taxes every year. But the government's not going to, of course, if the government come after this, then they ruin the whole economy. So they're not going to do that. That'll never, ever, ever happen. Okay. Listen, I have 5 condos under company name in Thailand from Phuket and mainly based in Pattaya. I've never had an issue. Never, ever, ever. It's 100% safe in the whole lot. 100% safe.
I know a lot of foreigners.
It's a legal company. It's a company limited. It's a limited company.
The only thing I can add to what Patrick said is don't do any transactions in that company. Just keep it as a holding company. The
Not
moment you
doing
do transactions,
see, you are going to give some return to the government, right? That what companies do. Maybe the nil return as well. And then, as
Nil
Patrick just now said, that there's some taxation also you need to pay annually.
it's
Is that
only
right?
Yeah, correct. I tell you what, in my 14 years of here, I had one client. He had one problem with the company. The problem was he never paid his taxes for 5 years. 5 years this went on for. He never paid anything. Eventually, what happens after 5 years, if there's no taxes, the government will take back the company and whatever's in the company. So he comes to me, Patrick, can you help me? I said, okay. So we had to go to the courts. We got it resolved. He just had to pay an extra 100,000 baht to unblock the company because the company got blocked. That's the only issue. I've sold hundreds and hundreds of units in company name, and I've only ever had one issue because he never paid the taxes on the company. After 5 years, the government then will take the company back. That's the only
And how
time.
much is the amount of the tax which you need to pay every year?
It's around it's 12,000 baht per year, so it's around what, $400, $450 or 400 USD per year it is, which is only small money, you know.
Yeah.
Small money, not much.
absolutely. So it's more a matter of being diligent and filing your returns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I will make sure my accountant, she will send you like an invoice every year. I haven't seen her in 12 years. just through emails and stuff like that, what she sends me. And I just transfer the money to her and then she takes care of everything. Very straightforward. It sounds more complicated than it is, but it's actually straightforward.
Yes, very
So as I understand, condo does not require any maintenance? Or is
Of
there
course.
any maintenance?
No, of course. Look,
Apartment and condo, this is how they're differentiated.
when you buy a condo, of course, listen, you have to pay maintenance every year because you need to maintain your building and the condo. There's a few payments. Let me explain. You have the maintenance fee, which you pay every year. And upon receiving the key, you will pay 1 year in advance. Then we have a thing is what you call a sinking fund. The sinking fund is a one-time payment, which is usually around 600 baht per square meter. This is it's like a form of insurance, but it's not insurance. It's just in case anything breaks in the building, like the gym. Everyone uses the gym. The machines break down. Instead of knocking on everyone's door, can we have some money to repair the machines? The fund is already there, so you'll have a committee. There's a meeting every year or every 6 months, and then you can discuss where that money needs to go. Not me, the money, because the project will belong to the customers or the clientele. So that's what happens. Also, there's another payment where we're in touch with the government where they will install the electric meters and the water installation where it's government meters. So you will pay a one-time payment for that as well, for the service for the government to come out and the meters, which is around 14,900 baht, one-time payment only. And then you'll have to pay your electric bill and water bill then every month. And then, of course, the transfer fee to get the title deed, which is very, very important. Normally, we charge 2%, but we share that 2% for 1%, 1%. Okay, this is what we do. Again, this is one-time payment. So the only payment that's reoccurring every year is your maintenance fee, which is important because you need to maintain the building and everything like that for security.
These are same expenses which we have taken in
And we
Indian
have society.
properties as
Yeah.
well. So there's
Okay,
nothing
exactly.
is changed.
You know what I'm talking about, so which makes my
Yes.
life easy. Thank you.
Same.
Patrick, I have one question.
Sure.
Is there any changes in RM, PNB? We rent and BNB. Now there is some restriction from the
Okay.
societies.
Okay. About the Airbnb. Listen,
Yeah.
technically, it's illegal because the hotels started complaining that people are renting out their units on a daily basis. However, listen, people ask me, can I advertise in Airbnb? I say the answer is yes, but be careful. Don't make any noise. Don't disturb anybody. Don't draw too much attention to yourself, because we control the juristic, the people in the office, in the management. We control them, yeah?
Yes.
And but if there's like to stop, guys, you will have to do it on a weekly basis or a monthly basis then after that.
Okay.
That's
Thank you.
that's what we can do.
Patrick,
Okay. And how long is your project from the Jomtien night market?
It's the embassy in Empire, not far, but only a few 100 meters, 300 meters.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
it's
you're
nice,
close by. You're close
nice
by.
place then.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
okay.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Very nice.
So I would like to visit that.
You're more than welcome.
The next
Please,
time you're in
please.
Thailand,
I'm waiting for you all.
Yeah.
Okay, so
From Pune, there are so much customers.
Yes.
right. So
Yeah.
how do the
Patrick,
customers?
hi, correct me. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
can
we'll
I
have a
know?
question answer session after we've
Finish,
finished the
no
main. Yeah. So please hold your questions till then. How do your customers respond to off-plan properties? How does off-plan work? And what's the payment? You already told us what
I'll
the
talk to you about the
scheme-
payment plan. Okay, look, when people come, most people have in their mind, I want something finished, but then when they see the prices, they're, oh, okay, what else do you have? Because we're established in the market, people know about the off, we explain to them about off plan. It's especially for investors, it's very good to go in at the very beginning of the project, because they know the prices are very, very low at that time compared to what the prices are when it's completed. Now, if people are unsure about the off plan, how do I know it's going to get built? How can I trust you? How this? I said, no problem. Do your due diligence on anything before you make the purchase. I will not accept any money from the client unless I know they're 100% sure they understand what they're buying, they understand what they're getting themselves into. And of course, more importantly, they trust me. Because at the end of the day, listen, it's a risk. Of course it is. It's a risk when you buy off plan. Because look, not just in Paddy, there's developers all over the world, in Turkey, whatever. Sometimes the development doesn't get built. You know what I mean? And the question I get, Patrick, how do I know you're going to build your project? I say to them very easy. I says, it's taken us 20 years to establish our good name. We're not going to destroy that good name by not doing building one project. Before we do a project, we listen to the agents like you guys. We listen to the clientele. We get feedback to see how we can implement everything into the new project. So we work closely with all the agents and of course the clientele, so people can see what's going on. And of course, if people are overseas, we will send them a reconstruction report so they can feel more at ease. They can understand how everything is working and how things are going. If people have problems or anything, I always say to them, please call me. If you need updates, we will do video calls. We're here for the client at the end of the day. That's what we're here to make them feel at ease. The last thing we want them to do is feeling stressed or anything like that. I want them to be excited about their purchase, about their investment. Because at the end of the day, it's paradise. You're buying a property. It's a dream. It's a dream. Many people dream this, but I'll try and make your dream come true.
What is the percentage of difference between the time that you buy it at the beginning of the project and the time that project is completed?
Okay, you mean the appreciation of
The
the condo?
appreciation,
That's a
what
good
can
question.
people look forward to?
Okay, the reason investors come in at the start, because when they buy, it's from start to finish, you'll see a 30 to 35% increase.
30 to 35%?
Correct. In value in their condo.
In 3 years?
In 3 years, yes. This is why people buy. People buy. But for me, I always tell my investors, your investment should be, if you want to get full maximum profit, I'd say it's a 5-year investment. What I mean is, say 3 years to build it, for example, you're getting depreciation as it's completed. Then I say rent it out for another 2 years, get depreciation off that as well. So you're getting both profits, both ROIs. You're getting the rental and you're getting depreciation from the resale market as well. That's what people do. I usually say it's around a 5-year investment. I tell people. You get a good return,
Right.
the full return. Be not to resell it because they're getting a good income every year or every month, because the rental business runs. You know, so a lot of people like to keep it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I hope you all have all got that. Patrick says there's a 30 to 35% appreciation between the time you buy and the time that you actually have the project completed. And
Let me give you, sorry, Ash. Let me give you.
We can say that like 10% as an yearly property appreciation and
Correct,
8 to 10% as in rental ROI. So in a total, we can say 18%.
Correct. Because how I do my process, how I increase the prices. Obviously we have pre-sale prices. That's when you want to be getting in. But once I have the showroom and everything completed, I increase the prices between 7 to 10%. Once I start construction on the building, I increase again. Once I'm halfway through, I increase again. You understand? Because I show the investors, guys, look, this is what I've done. They will see gradually, because they will say, excellent. Yes, this is good. This is good. Well done. Thank you, Patrick. And then, of course, come to the end, then you'll see the price and value.
There's one more point I can add to this. Since the developer is not asking for the money upfront, he's asking you for only 25% if you buy in Thai company, and then another 25%, but in installments right up until the time the project is completed. So you're actually getting a 30 to 35% price increase based upon an investment of only up to 50% of the project price. So the internal rate of return, the IRR, is actually higher than 10% per annum.
Yeah, in case if we want to sell at the time of possession, then this calculation is like great.
Exactly, yes.
According to Patrick, hold for another 2 years, because then you establish a rental income stream as well. So any investor wanting to buy at that point will pay you the price, meaning the completed price of what the project is selling at that time. And you can also factor in the rental stream.
Yeah, some investors that come in, they want get in at the beginning, and then they usually hop out then towards the end. They're the ones that I call flippers. They flip the unit so they can get their appreciation on the unit as well. Also, you get people coming in. Some people long-term investments, some people short-term investments. What I mean is like 3-year investment. They get in and they get out. Just take the money. They don't care about the rentals or anything like that.
Yes, absolutely.
And we help them to sell it as well.
I can speak from personal experience where I worked with Matrix Development. In their last project, I personally flipped about 20 units.
2025, yeah.
25 units.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
So I find that there aren't many developers in Pattaya who you can do this with, simply because of the way they operate.
I tell you why. A lot of developers, they're building monstrous developments. At the moment, I can honestly say there's around 6,000 apartments from 3 developers at the moment being developed. Like one project, I'll give you an example. One project, Copacabana, it's over 2,000 apartments. My friend is living there. Just give you an example. It took me 25 minutes to get to his room. From the reception up, he says, "What kept you?" I says, "Man, I was in the lift for almost 20 to 25 minutes because it stopped on every floor." He was on the 45th floor.
Oh.
Okay. Now he's trying to sell his condo. He can't even get the money what he actually paid for it because there's too many apartments in there. You know what I mean? It's like a community.
Mhm.
As ours is more boutique style, smaller units. That's why the rent is always high, and the value of the unit always will maintain that status. That's the difference. That's the difference. That's why, to answer your question, why can we? How can we sell it at 30%? Because we don't build monstrous projects,
Yes, you
which is
keep the
better for
numbers
investors.
low.
Yeah, yeah, we keep the numbers low, and it keeps the value high, which is good. Which is good.
Okay, so now let's move to another aspect of investing in Thailand. Why does Thai property investment provide you with a hedge against the Indian rupee depreciation?
You you mean okay against the
In Pattaya
Yeah.
or in Thailand,
Yeah.
um, in though the property may actually only increase 30 to 35%, why do they actually see a much higher return on the investment?
Good question. Can I give you an example? Years around 2014, 2015, I think it was. Many Russians bought, like say for example, 3 million, whatever it was, 2, 3 million, whatever. But the ruble the ruble,
The Russian
the
ruble,
Russian ruble crashed.
yeah, it went
It went
basically
down. It went
one Thai baht was equal to 1 ruble. And
something
then
like
in 2014, it became one Thai baht is equal to 2 ruble.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people could sell the condo at the same price that they bought it and still make the 30% profit because of the exchange rate. That's the beauty about it, because they'd sell it in Thai baht, but when they exchange the Thai baht into rupees, they're actually getting more rupees for their money than they would be for the Thai baht. It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Uh,
Actually, the same thing is happening with India
So
because the Indian rupee is constantly depreciating.
okay, so now is the time for the Indians to buy in case the ruble keeps going or the Indian ruble goes down. Then you can sell it on later on, even at the price that you paid for it, and still make the profit. Now, if you want to be greedy, of course you can increase it by the 20% or 30% we say, and plus get the money. But some people at that time, but when everything goes down, the economy in Russia is not so good either. So people need to get the cash quickly. So sometimes they might do a quick fire sale or something like that, but still they make a profit, which for me is important. My goal for all my clients is to make sure they make a profit, because that's what I'm in the business, is to help all my clients to make a profit,
Yes.
and that's what we do. So the appreciation is, it can work good. Sometimes it can work good, and sometimes it can work against you. For example, the English pound, for example, my client bought it like when it was at 50, but then it dropped down to 42. Like, so that's almost £10,000 more the unit will cost them. You understand? So listen, I have no control over the exchange rates. I'm not God, not yet anyway. But we don't have control over but if people can see what's happening, I suggest you make that payment before the currency rate changes, for the better or for the worse. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. Okay, I hope that answers
Yes,
that question.
that answered
Yeah,
that question.
okay, very good.
What can you tell us about the Thailand privilege or Thailand elite, as it is now called? I'm talking about the visa where people can buy this visa.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I know the lady that works in Elite Visa. I work very, very closely with her. Like, they've increased the prices in the last couple of years, to tell you the truth. You can get like a 5-year visa, you can get a 10-year visa, or a 15 and 20-year visa. But the prices are quite high. If people need to get the Elite Visa, I can help them. But look, I only advise people to get the Elite Visa if you're going to live here long term. However, if you want to go like a cheaper route, if you're over 50 years of age and you're planning to live in Thailand or for at least 6 months of the year, you can get a retirement visa,
Yes.
which is much, much cheaper. I think it's what, 3,000 baht. So I think so. But with the retirement, you have to have what, 800,000 in your account,
Yes.
which most people can do anyway, I believe anyway, and it's much, much cheaper, and you can come and go whenever you want, because on your retirement, I suggest you get like a re-entry or a multiple entry, means you can come in and out of Thailand at any time, and it doesn't affect your retirement visa. So listen, there's different ways to get visas. There's cheaper ways, depends what people want. People are comfortable with the elite visa, but now, like Thailand, are making things a bit more relaxed. So anyone that comes into Thailand now, you will get a 60-day visa, 60 days on arrival. So which is very good, you know. So listen, for me, the elite visa, if you like the privileges and everything, you want to spend the big money around 1.5 million baht to 2 million baht just for the visa alone, I suggest go down the cheaper route and get the retirement visa or get no visa you can get for a year also. You can get them, you can apply for them at your local Thai embassy, I believe in Delhi or in Mumbai, I believe, yeah, something like that. So that's my advice. That's my suggestion. I want to save your money, not
Okay.
don't spend it on
that's very good
on the elite
advice.
visa. That's what I
think.
suggest. Yeah,
So if you're over 50 years old, you suggest
50
going for a
years,
retirement visa.
get the retirement visa, and you just renew it then every single year, and it's makes your life easier.
Okay. Now, a very practical question. How can you open a bank account in Pattaya by owning a property in Pattaya?
Okay, very, very good question. Okay, at this moment in time, the criteria is to open up a bank account. You need at least 30-day visa. So you at least a 60-day visa.
Mhm.
You will need to get a TM30. A TM30 is like where you're staying at that moment in time, or your residence, your address in Pattaya, whether it's a hotel or whether it's in you're renting a condo. You'll get this off immigrate. You have to go down to the immigration. They give you a letter. Now, if you're renting the room, for example, you'll get a letter from the landlord to show the contract, a rental contract or whatever it is. Or if it's with the hotel can help you to get it easy, no problem. Go down to immigration to give you a letter stating that you want to open up a bank account. Now you go to the bank, either Bangkok Bank, SCB, or Casicorn, or whatever it is. But I suggest Bangkok Bank because it's a bit easier. So you bring all your documentation, your passport, show them your visa, the letter you get from the immigration, and also they will ask you to pay 6,000 baht to buy insurance to open up the account. It's just standard practice what they do in Thailand, you know. Now, and if you've bought a condo, you can use your contract also and use the copy of the shinut if you have the shinut also. But you still need to go to the immigration and everything to open it up. And then they will open up the account for you. Everything will be done in one day. You know what I mean? So
It's really quite easy to open a bank.
it can be quite easy. It used to be easier, but now they've made everything a bit more difficult, but no problem. We always find a way to help our clients to open up their account. That's what we do.
Right. So I think we've run through the questions that we prepared for Patrick. Are there any questions from the audience?
I think majorly questions are already asked during the session. I don't think there are any other questions are left, but please shoot your questions if you have anything.
Yeah, hi Patrick, Bharat here.
Good evening, man.
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bharat.
Yes,
Yeah,
Bharat.
yeah, Patrick, I just need to know, I mean, how liquid resales are, like, how soon? You said, you have lesser number of units and all. So, like, it's easy to sell, like, the resale receipt before the position kind of.
So the question is, if you buy a lot of units,
Yeah.
how easy is it to get out of it?
Depends on yourself. What I mean is, of course, it depends how quickly you want to get rid of them, which is like it won't happen overnight or anything like that because you have to do a bit of marketing. What I normally do when I'm doing resales for yourself, if you have 4 or 5 units, I will market those units. I will market them to all the agents that I have in the city that I'm dealing with, and then it's up to the agents then to bring the customers to us. Obviously, I only work with the agents that know how to sell, of course, you know what I mean? Because in Pattaya, you know yourself, actually, there's a lot of real estate agents, but I work with the ones that are pretty much serious, are solid, very, very solid. Yeah.
So let's say 5 units. How long would it take to get rid of 5 units?
Liquid depends on the price, of course, and everything like that. If the price is around 4 to 5 million, 3 to 5 months, 3 to 6 months, give or take. That's what I suggest.
Okay, so on the outside, 6 months.
6 months, yeah, around 6 months.
On the inside, 3 months.
3 months, give or take. Yeah. Listen, in saying that, it could be the next day. You know what I mean? But I always say to them, I give at least 6 months anyway,
Yeah.
because 1 month for marketing and everything like that, and then to do the viewings and showing and everything like that. So yeah, around 6 months. 6 months, if it's done correctly. if it's done correctly, market
And-
correctly, and everything.
Yes. Any other questions? I hope not.
I think we've run through to the end of
Yes.
our time anyway. We are
Correct.
at an hour now.
Yeah. So, Malab, it was like fantastic session because as in Thailand, for Indian market, this is a 100% new. As a salesman in India, we are it's a learning stage for us to understand the Thailand market, right? So
Yes.
it's a wonderful session, Ashley and Patrick. Thank you so much to joining us. And in case
Thank
you have,
you.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone's time and everything, and I hope everybody understood me. If people have any questions at any time, and if they have a client on their hands, you have a customer, listen, I'm here. You can ring me straight away. I will. I can talk on behalf of your client and everything like that. One more thing I want to mention as well, which is very important, how because we work closely with all the agents everywhere, yeah, and you guys, you do a lot of online marketing and everything like that, yeah. So what I do is just the name I need, a full name of your client, send it to me, then I will register the client directly to whatever office it's assigned to. What that means is if the client then comes directly to me or comes online and we close the deal, I pay the full commission to you guys. Okay? This if the client is registered, and even if he comes to us without even your knowledge, we close the deal, I still pay you the full commission.
Great.
Because let me give you an example. One customer, an agent, they're only like 2 months ago registered a name, didn't even bring the customer to me. The customer walked into the office 2 months later. We closed the deal. And I rang the agent up and I says, can you put an invoice in? And he goes, for what? I think you've got the wrong agency, Patrick. I says, no, man, you registered a customer, Mr. John, whatever his name was. He goes, yeah. I said, he bought. He goes, really? He didn't even know. So he sent in the invoice. What I'm trying to say is, man, I work very, very straight and very, very honest. I keep everything transparent because without you guys, our company wouldn't exist. You know, we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to make some money. We're all on the same boat, in my opinion. Yeah. So without that customer, he wouldn't have come. Without you guys, he wouldn't have come to me because of your marketing and everything like that. That's why I pay the full commission. Now, not many developers do this.
No,
I do it.
I completely agree because I've worked with them since 2013.
Yeah, correct.
Right. And Patrick's done the same with me. There are customers who have not told me they're buying stuff, bought it directly, gone behind my back to him. And Patrick's called me up saying, put in the invoice. They bought another one.
Because I'm happy to sign the checks for you guys. I want you to make money. I want to make money because you make money. I make money. We all make money and everybody's happy. This is the nature of the business, the nature of the beast.
Correct.
One last thing, if you all could, I know you've set up a group, Amit.
Yeah.
If you all could put your email addresses into that group, I'll share it with Patrick.
Yeah.
And we can directly disseminate information, videos,
Any questions that's
any
there?
questions, with you all.
Even if you want, I can create a group for embassy, right?
Correct.
For project detail, where we can have a
I
daily
can-
questions. That we
Instead
can
of
do
me
that.
sending out 35 messages or whatever it is to, we have
can
it
do that
all
in a
in one
single
group.
group.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Okay,
do that.
sure, I'll do
I
that.
think
I'll do
it's
that.
easier.
Yeah.
And I'll be
Thank you very
putting
much.
price list and everything into
Sure,
the
sure,
group,
sure.
the whole lot.
Done.
Amit, I appreciate your time. It was lovely talking to everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all in Thailand at some point.
100%.
We do look forward to seeing you all.
Yes. 100%.
Thank you,
Thank you
Amit.
so much. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Thank
Ashley.
you, everyone.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you. God
Patrick.
bless you.
Thank
It was a great
Ashley.
session.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ashley. Thank you, Patrick.
Great
Please take
session.
care.
We'll meet you.
Have a nice
Great
day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Please
Bye-bye.
take care.
Bye.